Hi again then guys, and welcome to another installment of the Automotive News Roundup, and we're actually going to have a couple of news pieces dropping on the channel today. This one is much more theoretical and more concept based, and later on some records that have actually been broken, one in particular. But for now, this one is a car which, straight off the bat, I'll say, don't get your hopes up too much as far as this one arriving, in GT Sport anytime soon, because that's not the goal here. And this is one of those occasions where, in a similar way to the Indian hypercar that we talked about quite some time ago on the channel, it's more tangentially connected to the Vision GT program and inspired by it, if you will, rather than actually being a full part of it necessarily, and especially when it comes to this one. Now, this car was designed by, as far as I can tell, Jon Sonev, who is based in Coventry, United Kingdom, as his BA thesis, and he names it a Jaguar, I guess for personal reasons, maybe he's a fan, but it's called the C-X55 GT Vision, as if there were any doubts that this were inspired by the VGT program. And the single most significant thing about this car, apart from how stunningly good looking it is and very clearly inspired to some degree by the McLaren Vision GT, is it has a very interesting type of active bodywork. Usually cars will have active aero, for instance. The Chaparral is a perfect example, the Tomahawks as well. This one has active bodywork in a slightly different way, because as you can see from the images of the vehicle, it has these very distinctive, almost elastic looking wires coming out from in front and behind of the cockpit. And this is a novel concept, and one which I have no doubt random people have tried before, some obscure car that I've probably either forgotten or never heard of in the first place, of having an active cabin or cockpit to the vehicle. Now, for those who don't know, on a motorbike, you can definitely feel this, and definitely in a car as well, the shifting weight of a vehicle makes a massive difference to not just its straight line ability, but of course cornering as well. Under heavy braking, the front suspension goes down, the weight balance shifts over the front, and of course that's one of the reasons why using your front brakes on a motorcycle is more effective to slow down. And also in a car, having more bias over the front end can be beneficial as well. However, if you launch off the line, for instance, or just boot it at a low speed out of a corner, in a rear-wheel drive car in particular, that shifting weight going over the back end helps out a lot because it grounds the wheels more, even though it is for a short amount of time, and gives you just that little bit of extra traction. So basically what this car is attempting to do in its concept is to, in effect, accentuate that effect. So under braking, the cabin itself actually shifts forward on those elastic strings, if you will, to give even more of that weight distribution over the front. And under heavy acceleration, it does the opposite. The cabin will move backwards slightly, shifting the weight a little more to the rear. It's an interesting idea, certainly one which you could see happening in a Gran Turismo Vision GT style arena. I mean, we've got a laser-powered car and a 450 mph Dodge that can stop on a dime, so having an elastically supported cabin isn't necessarily that outlandish. Now, the car probably, and when I say probably, that's 99% chance, will not come to Gran Turismo, but that's kind of the point of some of these news roundup videos. It's just interesting stuff from the automotive world in general, and to me, this is a very cool one. It's a stunning looking car with a lot of effort put into it, which I really like. Even if it's theoretical effort, it's taken seriously, and that's the key. So ultimately, to the guy behind it, well done. I hope you did well in class or whatever based on this project. And to Jaguar, maybe you should look into this because a lot of people would be very happy with this. But overall, that's it for this particular news piece. Of course, I will see you guys next time, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.